Welcome to the Lifestyle Medicine Update. I'm Dr. James Meschino. In this week's update, I wanted to bring your attention to a recent interview that was conducted with cancer doctors to see how they go about protecting themselves from cancer development. That's an interesting survey. So this report was published on Medscape on August 30th, 2017, which highlighted a feature that appeared in Men's Health magazine recently. So doctors who deal with cancer, such as oncologists, urologists, and dermatologists, are reminded daily of the ravages of this disease and the many cases for which they're unable to provide a cure. So the daily reminder of how devastating this disease can be prompts many physicians to be proactive in their own diet and lifestyle efforts to reduce their own risk of cancer. So these proactive lifestyle strategies are based on the emerging research showing that many cancers are preventable via diet and lifestyle practices. So here's a sample of what some cancer doctors put into practice in their own lives. So Dr. Philip Spies, who's an MD at genital urinary oncologist in Tampa, Florida, emphasizes diet, particularly eating vegetables and fiber. Sounds familiar? Dr. Matthew Yerligan, an MD, a medical oncologist in Boston, recommends eating nuts as a snack. It's a great way to quell hunger, and it keeps me from snacking on fatty and sugary foods that contribute to weight gain and obesity-related diseases such as cancer, he says. So using nuts instead of these high-fat, sugary treats, a very good idea, especially walnuts seem to have a tremendous cancer prevention potential from the recent studies we've seen. Dr. Christopher Sagal, who's an MD, a urologist in Los Angeles, recommends eating fish, not meat. Eating fish, not meat. I tell patients that heart-healthy foods have been associated with a lower risk of developing prostate cancer and a lower risk of progression of prostate cancer after diagnosis, he says. In addition, red and processed meats have been linked to colorectal cancer, the second leading cause of cancer death in our society. So I would concur with his approach. Dr. Joseph Sobanko, an MD, a dermatologist in Philadelphia, uses a generic broad-spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen with zinc or titanium dioxide every morning. He shuts his eyes and sprays an even coat on his face after he brushes his teeth and combs his hair. Dr. Anthony Rossi, MD, a dermatologist at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York, takes a vitamin B3 supplement, nicotinamide, vitamin B3 every day, highlighting a recent study from Australia showing that oral nicotinamide or vitamin B3 supplements reduce non-melanoma skin cancer. Dr. Keith McRae, who's an MD and oncologist with the Cleveland Clinic Cancer Institute in Ohio, emphasizes exercise. He cycles 25 to 30 miles most weekdays and even more on weekends. Dr. Alan Wen, a medical oncologist at Northwestern Medicine in Illinois, starts each day with green tea, which contains antioxidants, as he says. Well, in fact, those are special antioxidants. They're polyphenolic compounds, catechins, which have shown tremendous anti-cancer potential, especially with respect to prostate cancer and some early evidence now with respect to breast cancer as well, and probably other cancers. Dr. Nelson Bennett, MD, a urologist from Northwestern University in Chicago, recommends reducing stress by taking time out to sit still and calm down. He describes now how he sits with the door closed, phone silenced, inhaling deeply through his nose and exhaling from the mouth 10 times with his eyes closed. As he says, close your eyes and notice the sounds around you, even the hum of the fluorescent lights. Then bring your thoughts to your breath, and don't worry if your mind wanders. You'll notice that many of these strategies used by these doctors are ones I've highlighted in my weekly video newsletters as the studies have unfolded. But I will tell you, it's very encouraging to see doctors picking up on these research findings and implementing them in their own lives. Cancer societies are continually urging the general public to minimize the risk for cancer by making lifestyle changes such as stopping smoking, that's an obvious one, exercising regularly, absolutely, and maintaining a healthy weight, and by taking simple precautions such as using sunscreen. And there's really very good reason for all of this. As studies suggest that between 70 and 90% of all cancer cases are preventable through dietary and lifestyle factors. Now, we don't have all the dietary and lifestyle answers yet, but there is really good scientific support for a significant number of dietary and lifestyle practices. And these cancer doctors seem pretty tuned in and are setting quite a good example for their own patients and other members of society. So I've included a link to the Medscape publication below if you want to read it. So until next time, I'll encourage you to eat smart, live well, and I know you're going to look and feel great. I'll see you next time.